Hello students. Today we are going to learn in this video of ours, we are going to learn about biological classification. And in biological classification, we will concentrate on 5 kingdom classification which was given by the Whittaker. Now, in the previous chapter, we have learned that why classification is important and how classification is done. But in earlier times, the classification was not done on the scientific basis. It was done only for the use basis. Whatever plants and animals were useful to the human beings, they were only classified by the earlier biologists and earlier scientists. For example, Aristotle classified the plants into shrubs, herbs, and trees. And then came the Linnaeus. Linnaeus, the first scientific classification which was made was by the Linnaeus, and he divided the whole living world into 2 major classes, plants and animals. And that classification was there for a few years, but there were many organisms which were not fitting into animals as well as plants. For example, fungi. It was not being fitted into animals and plants. Then Protiasta. So they were not being fitted into any of these. So that's why there was need for a more precise and elaborate classification. And that was given by the Whittaker in 1969. So R.H. Whittaker gave 5 kingdom classification, and which was on the scientific basis, and he gave the criteria for dividing the whole living world into 5 kingdoms. So today we are going to learn what were those 5 kingdoms, what are those 5 kingdoms, and on what criteria he divided these the whole living world into these 5 kingdoms. So let me share the screen with you. Now see, this is the table of your NCERT only. So Whittaker gave 5 kingdom classification, and these 5 kingdoms are Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. And the criteria, the basis on which he classified the whole living world into these 5 kingdoms were cell type, what is the type of the cell, what is the cell wall made up of, then whether the nuclear membrane is present or absent, what is the body organization, and what is the mode of nutrition. So these were the criteria. These 5 were the criteria for the Whittaker to classify the whole living world into 5 kingdoms. So first of all, we'll see Monera. So Monera kingdom, the cell type is prokaryotic. What is prokaryotic? Pro means early and karyotic is nucleus. So before the formation of nucleus. Prokaryotic means before the formation of nucleus. That means in prokaryotic cells, the nucleus is not formed yet. There is no well-defined nucleus present in the cell of prokaryotic. So prokaryotic cell is the cell where you will not find any nucleus, you will not find any membrane-bound organelles as well. For example, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, lysosomes, all these membrane-bound organelles are not found in prokaryotic cells. And the Monera kingdom, which is consisting of all the bacteria. Monera is the kingdom of bacteria. All bacteria are kept in this Monera kingdom. So all bacteria, they are having prokaryotic cell. Their cell is not having a well-defined nucleus, not having the membrane-bound organelles. Then in Monera, the cell wall is non-cellulosic. That means the cell wall is not formed of cellulose, as in the case of plants. In plants, the cell wall is made up of cellulose. But in bacteria, the cell wall is not made up of cellulose. Rather, it is made up of polysaccharide and amino acids. So it is not made up of cellulose. In Monera, the bacteria, the nuclear membrane is absent. This we have already discussed, that the well-defined nucleus is absent. Body organization means, what is the organization of the body? What do you mean by organization? Cell, cell to group of cells, tissue, group of tissues, organ, group of organs, organ system, and all organ systems and individual. But here in case of Monera kingdom, the organization level is cellular. That means the body is made up of cell only. No, the tissues are not being formed because it is a unicellular organism. Then what is the mode of nutrition? Mode of nutrition is autotrophic. Auto means self. So they are capable of synthesizing their own food, but their synthesis of food is different from the synthesis of food in the green plants. Because in green plants, it is by the photosynthesis, whereas in case of bacteria, the Monera kingdom, the synthesis of food is from the chemicals, which is called chemosynthetic and photosynthetic and heterotrophic, that is saprophytic as well as parasitic. So in Monera, you will find different types of mode of nutrition. If they are synthesizing their food by chemicals, they are called chemosynthetic. There are some who are synthesizing food in the presence of light, that is photosynthetic. There are some who are not capable of synthesizing their food, they are called heterotrophic, not autotrophic. And in heterotrophic also, there are some who are depending on the dead and decaying material. So they are called saprophytic. And there are some who are depending on the host or other body, on another organism for their food. So they are called parasitic. If we see the nutrition in the bacteria, they can be autotrophic, they can be heterotrophic. In autotrophic, they can be chemosynthetic, they can be photosynthetic. In heterotrophic, they can be saprophytic, they can be parasitic. So you should be knowing the definition of all these terms. Now the second kingdom, that is Proteasta. In Proteasta, the cell type is eukaryotic. Eu means after, and karyote means nucleus. So after the formation of nucleus, Proteasta are also unicellular organisms, but they are having well-defined nucleus in them. So eukaryotic cell is there, and this eukaryotic cell is having well-defined nucleus, and membrane-bound organelles are present in this cell. Cell wall is present in some. All of them are not having the cell wall. Only few of them are having cell wall. Clear? And the nuclear membrane is present because it is a eukaryotic cell. So in Proteasta, the nuclear membrane is present. Body organization is again cellular because there is only one cell. The tissues are not being formed. The organization level is cellular level. Mode of nutrition is autotrophic, that is photosynthetic. Same as in case of plants, they are synthesizing their food in the presence of sunlight, and heterotrophic as well. So some of them are photosynthetic, some of them are autotrophic, synthesizing their food in the presence of sunlight, and some of them are heterotrophic. So in Proteasta also you will find both the modes of nutrition, autotrophic as well as heterotrophic. The third kingdom, that is fungi. Here also the cell type is eukaryotic. The prokaryotic cell type is found only in bacteria, that is kingdom Monera. After that, rest all four kingdoms, they are having eukaryotic cells. So in fungi also we are having eukaryotic cells, but here the cell wall is different. The cell wall is made up of chitin. Chitinogenous cell wall is present, which is made up of a different chemical substance, which is called chitin. It is not made up of cellulose as in the case of plants. It is made up of chitin. So cell wall is different. Cell wall is present, but it is made up of chitin. Nuclear membrane is present because the cell is eukaryotic, and body organization here is multicellular. That means there is not one cell, there are many cells, but the organization level is cellular only because the tissues are not being formed, and even if the tissues are formed, they are loose tissues. So the body organization can be multicellular or in the form of loose tissues. Mode of nutrition is heterotrophic. Heterotrophic means they cannot synthesize their own food. They are depending on other organisms for their food. In heterotrophic nutrition, they can be saprophytic. Saprophytic means they are depending on dead and decay material for their food, or they can be parasitic. Parasitic means they are depending on other organisms for their food. They are parasitic to them, and parasitic means they are giving harm to that host. That's why they are parasites. Parasites are the one which are getting the benefit from the host and harming the host. So parasites are that kind of organism, and this is the mode of nutrition in case of fungi. Now the fourth kingdom, that is plantae, is again the eukaryotic. As I told you, only Monera are prokaryotic, rest all are eukaryotic. So all of them are having cells which have a well-defined nucleus and membrane-bound organelles, mitochondria, Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulum. All these organelles are present in the cell which are membrane bound. Now here the cell wall is the typical cell wall which is made up of cellulose. In plants, the cell is eukaryotic. That means the nuclear membrane is present. The body organization here is tissue level or even organ level. In lower plants, you will find the level of organization tissue level, but in higher plants, you will find the level of organization is organ level. That means organs are being formed by the association of tissues. What are organs? Organs are a group of tissues performing similar functions. Performing a function, they are functioning for a one goal. And what is the mode of nutrition? All green plants are autotrophic in nature. That means they are capable of synthesizing their own food, and this synthesis is taking place in the presence of the sunlight. That's why it is called photosynthetic. So they are photosynthetic in nature, and they all are autotrophic. So this was the very short we are doing here, and we will be doing the different kingdoms separately in elaborate form as well. Now fifth kingdom is Animalia. Now Animalia also the cell type is eukaryotic. That means the well-defined nucleus is present. Cell wall is absent here. So this is the first kingdom where all members are not having any cell wall. Only the plasma membrane is there around the cell and no cell wall. This is the characteristic feature of animals. Nuclear membrane is present because it is a eukaryotic body cell, and the body organization is, it can be tissue level, it can be organ level, it can be organ system level, depending upon the complexity of the organism. The simple organism, the lower organism are having tissue level of organization. The after simple organisms, there are some advanced organisms which are having organ level of organization, and the most complex organisms which are at the top, they are having organ system level of organization. And the mode of this all we are going to learn in detail about the Animalia kingdom, about the plant kingdom, about the fungi, about Protiasta and Monera, everything. Now the mode of nutrition is here, it is heterotrophic. Animals cannot synthesize their own food. They depend on plants for their food. But here in heterotrophic nutrition, it can be holozoic. Holozoic means like us, we are having the food, procuring the food through the mouth in whole and then digesting it inside our body. That is called holozoic mode of nutrition. And it can be saprophytic. Saprophytic is depending the food which is taken is dead and decayed material. So this is called saprophytic. So in animals, the mode of nutrition can be holozoic, always heterotrophic, and in heterotrophic it can be holozoic or it can be saprophytic. So this was all about the 5 kingdom classification which was given by the R.H. Whitaker, and this was the first scientific classification which was given, which divided the whole living world into 5 major kingdoms: Monera, Protiasta, fungi, plantae and Animalia, depending on the criteria of what is the cell type, what is the cell wall made up of, whether the nuclear membrane is present or absent, what is the body organization, whether it is cellular level, tissue level, organ system level, and what is the mode of nutrition. So these were the criteria. On the basis of these criteria, the Whitaker divided the whole living world into 5